Often when we're talking to our LDS friends and neighbors about religious things, the topic of prophets comes up. It's funny because Jesus has a lot to say about this. The whole New Testament has a lot to say about this, about false prophets that we will come up against, about testing the spirits. So that's exactly what we want to do when we hear of somebody being the mouthpiece of God. We want to test what they say. And the Scriptures, God has done a neat thing. He's given us tests to do this. 3 tests I'd like to talk with you about. Test number 1 is in Deuteronomy 18, 21, and 22. And this test is about false prophecies. So what it basically says is if somebody is speaking for God and they say one single thing that doesn't come true, we don't have to worry about it. Don't be afraid of those people at all, those persons. D&C 84, 1 through 5 is one of those such prophecies, and D&C 114 is also one of those prophecies. So go check those out and put those to that test. Now the second test is from Deuteronomy as well, Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 5. And this test, number 2, is about no new gods. So the Bible is very clear. It is always one God. God is unchanging. It's one God. Scripture is monotheistic clearly. But Joseph Smith talked about the plurality of gods. So whenever somebody brings up new gods or there being more than one God, put them to the test. There are no new gods, false prophets. Now the third test is judging people by their fruits. Jesus said, by their fruits or their works you shall know them. Okay, that's from Matthew 7:15. Now if we look at Joseph Smith and his works, one of the interesting things that we come up with is polygamy. Everybody has heard about polygamy. Now this is a brochure of the 34 wives of Joseph Smith. And a lot of times our LDS friends will say, you know what, there was polygamy in the Bible. And yes, there was. But the fruit that comes from Joseph Smith's polygamy is very interesting. We have a list of 34 women ranging from ages of 14 all the way up. Some of the interesting things is we have sister couples, mother and daughter couples, married women that have living husbands. Those are all forbidden by God. That is what we call adultery today. So if we put Joseph Smith's good works to the test, we obviously see that he is an affront to what God called out in Scripture. So take this pamphlet and study this out and see what Joseph Smith's fruits do for him. See how they condemn him. So what I'd like for you to do is to go to our website at www.trygrace.org and download these 2 PDF forms and check out this information. If you go to In Sacred Loneliness by Todd Compton, he is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in good standing, and he has done a lot of great research on the topic of polygamy, where these fruits come from.